Hi, and welcome to another video on Understanding EU. Today, we take a closer look at the treaties and principles that form the foundation of the European Union. How did European countries move from conflict to cooperation, and what rules guide the way the EU works today? Europe's cooperation did not appear overnight. It grew from a powerful idea. Countries that once faced conflict could instead work together and build a more stable and prosperous future. After the Second World War, several European countries began looking for ways to cooperate more closely. They wanted to connect their economies, rebuild trust, and avoid future conflicts. To do this, they began signing agreements known as European treaties. These treaties set the basic rules that explain how the European Union functions. One of the first major steps came in 1957 with the Treaty of Rome. This agreement created a common market, allowing countries to trade more easily with each other. For example, goods produced in one country could be sold in another with fewer barriers. This helped businesses grow and brought European economies closer together. Decades later, cooperation deepened with the Maastricht Treaty in 1992. This treaty officially created the European Union and introduced new forms of collaboration between countries. It also opened the path toward the euro, the common currency now used by many EU countries. Today, when people travel across several EU countries and pay with the same currency, they are experiencing the result of this agreement. Later, the Lisbon Treaty, which came into force in 2009, updated the way the European Union works. It strengthened the role of the European Parliament and made the decision-making process clearer and more transparent. Alongside these treaties, several key principles guide how the European Union operates. One of them is subsidiarity, which means that decisions should be taken as close as possible to citizens. For example, areas such as education or healthcare are mainly managed at national level rather than by the EU. Another principle is proportionality, meaning that EU action should remain limited to what is necessary to achieve its objectives. There is also the principle of conferral, which means the European Union can act only in areas where member states have agreed to give it specific powers through the treaties. These treaties and principles form the foundation of the European Union. They explain what the Union can do, how decisions are made, and how countries cooperate across the continent. If you would like to better understand EU legislation and principles and explore how citizens can take a more active role in Europe's democratic life, follow the Understanding EU project, co-funded by the European Union. Thanks for watching!